Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the Witchin' Knittin' Mama podcast. My name is Nicole. I am witchin_knittin_mama on Instagram and Sea Turtle Girl, GRRL, not GIRL on Ravelry. Thanks for coming back if you're tuning in again, and thanks for stopping by if this is your first time. So I'm sorry the February roundup is a little late. Today is March 1st. I'm hoping to get this out within the next couple of days. We have officially begun moving. So things are a little chaotic. As you can see, my setup is a little bit different right now. So we're just trying to roll with it, but I still wanted to get this information out there because February was a 50% good, 50% bad month. So let's go ahead and jump right in it. So where do we want to start? Let's start with whips. And let's see. All right, on the mama kimono, haven't gotten very far, and I'm in the middle of a row. Go figure. We've got about 2 more inches. So here's 8 inches, and I'm right around 10 inches right here. And this is the baby kimono by Plymouth Yarn Company, and I have adapted it with the help of Ellie from Curio Stitches to accommodate an adult size. So that's kind of like my mindless work project in my Fate's Thread bag. So still working on that. Let's see, the Carpenter, which I don't have, is a hat by the Stitchin' Witch. I've got a couple more rows on that. The cables just, I don't have the mindset for the cables right now, so I do them when I have some downtime, like more than an hour or so. So we're still working on that. Got a couple of rows. The Campside Cardi, which is my other big one, just a moment. It's from my Make 9, which you can catch a few episodes back. Still in section 1. Apparently also in the middle of a row on this one. But so here's the front. And you can see we've just got some of the shoulder, some of the sleeve, some of the front. I think I'm about 20 rows away from being done with section 1. I'm loving this so far. It's a pretty mindless knit. You supposed to count stitches, but it's one of those ones where you can just keep going until you get to that number of stitches. So that's what I've been doing, and I've really been enjoying it. I'm hoping to get this one finished before June so that I can wear it this summer as a summer cardigan. But there are those. So finished objects. Let's move right along. We're going to ignore the ends on this. So this is my Rolling Hills cowl. Like I said, just ignore those little ends. This was the pattern I came up with all by myself. I had 2 skeins of bulky weight yarn that I wanted to go ahead and just blitz through, and this is what I came up with. It's the perfect St. Patrick's Day knit with this lovely rainy day rainbows, I think is what it's called. It's on Tweedledee base by Wonderland Yarns, and this is also their Cabbages and Kings green. It's a beautiful, rich, vibrant green, perfect for St. Patrick's Day. And that's also on their Tweedledee base. So that was one. Now for Valentine's Day, some of you may remember, I did ghosties for my babies and for one of my alt mom friends. And these were done in Wonderland Yarns Alice DK, which is a merino silk blend. And I got, well, this one's little string came out. Okay, so I made 3 of these. I made 2 of the red and 1 of Miss Babs daisies for the mom friend that I'm her daughter, sorry. So got the eyes from 6060 Eyes, fantastic customer service. She was super great. I love the eyes. I did blue for both of the goblins, and then I did purple on the daisies from Miss Babs, which is a cream, orange, and purple. It's more of a spring Halloween color than it is a true autumnal color. So it worked out great, and she absolutely loved it. If I have time, I'll insert a picture of our Daisy Ghost. But that was our Valentine's Day ghosties. So yeah, I had 3 of those total. And then to this lovely Pearl Soho bandana cowl with a set of Monster Minis from Gems Luxe Fibers. This is the fade that my husband got for me for my birthday, and I wanted to whip it up immediately. And so that's that was what came of it. And I really like this pattern. It's super adaptive, so easy. It's free on Ravelry. And it was just Zoom. I think I finished it in a weekend. It's easy short rows. If you're new to short rows, it's a really good beginner intro to short rows. I do want to back up because I forgot to mention Susan Claudino is the pattern designer for the Grim Grinning Ghosts, is what this little guy's called. Huge fan of her stuffies. She's got great patterns. She's got great instructions and guides on how to work her patterns. So this is Grim Grinning Ghost was my second pattern from her, and I already have plans to do her spider pattern and probably another Bon Bon Bunny because they're adorable. So that was the finished objects. I'm sorry, I just kicked the camera. So also finished. Let's grab the States bag. States has been pretty slow in February. I lost my mojo while working on Rhode Island. Things kind of got chaotic here, so I only finished 2 squares, which is okay. That's fine. So there's Rhode Island. Beautiful blue. I do not remember the dyer's name, but I do believe that this was Needy Tina was the one who sent us Rhode Island. So I did finish that one. And then I did finish South Carolina. And South Carolina was part of a sock set that I got from Pineapple Yarn, who I don't believe is dying anymore, but she I would consider her one of the queens of neon. She did some seriously good neons. But this was the Sun Club July 2021. And I wish I had the big skein that this goes with because it's absolutely stunning. So South Carolina, Rhode Island brought us up to 9. We're almost a fifth of the way done with the states. I can't believe that. And then my good friend Phoenix picked the next state, which is Indiana. And this one came from Laura Bells, good friend of mine on Instagram. So we're working on Indiana, and that will be number 10. I can't believe we've gotten that far. I did end up caking all those mini skeins because they were just absolutely chaotic. And when I wanted to go grab a next cake for for the next one, which ended up being South Carolina, they were kind of all jumbled together, and I was trying to grab one on the fly, and that was the next one that I saw that was caked up. So I just grabbed South Carolina, and it turned out to be pretty great. That bright, vibrant green is great for spring. So let's see, what else do we have? We have stash acquisitions. Do we want to do that? I know that I posted all of my birthday acquisitions back on episode 8, so I'm not going to repeat those. Those are already shown and they have their projects assigned to them. Luckily, in the month of February, I did not impulse buy. So I didn't buy anything that I didn't have a project set for. So that's one of my big goals, is don't stop impulse buying. Everything that I got does have a project assigned to it. So as I show these, I'm also going to highlight the patterns. I will try and link them below. I'm hoping this one's a little bit shorter just because I'm pressed for time. So here we go into stash acquisitions. All right, my big order this month was from Bumblebee Acres Farm. I absolutely love what are coming out of the dye pots for the bees. It's absolutely fantastic. I couldn't get over this astrology collection. It was gorgeous. And when I watched the preview on YouTube, I was like, I'm gonna have to bust my yarn diet because I can't. I was just absolutely flabbergasted by it. So, and as far as I know, it was a pretty successful sale for them. So I went ahead and I got my 3 houses for another astrology wrap by Christine Parker Co. Now, these are the 3 for the astrology wrap are all on their squishy DK. So there we go. This is Aquarius. And I love the variegated. This feels like me. This does feel like me. Blue and purple. Pull it out. I think that there's some black in there. So this is definitely my aesthetic. I love it. So there was that one. And then this one's Capricorn, which is my moon sign. Again, another great. I love this one. That's absolutely gorgeous. This is going to make an incredible shawl, and I'm really excited to see how this works up with the variegated yarn, since I did only tonals and speckles on the last one. And then this is Aries. Oh my gosh, look at that. They got that green in there with that fire, that red orange. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. I'm so excited about this. I feel like these represent the color palettes better than my original picks, but I was trying to stash bust, so those will be in the Shotology wrap. And then I got, because both my goblins are Geminis, one was born June 1st, the other one was born June 21st. So I've got 2 Gemini babies, which is kind of ironic since the Gemini sign is the twin. So I got 2 skeins of Gemini on their squishy sock. And I think that these will, I may have to helical knit with these, but I think that this is going to be either another V-back tee, which I absolutely love, or Little Wolf Knits. I think that's the right handle. Her Twisted Tea t-shirt. I really like her patterns. I really want to try one of her shirts. So that was the main color. And then this one is Nebula as the contrast. And I think that's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So that was my acquisition from Bumblebee Acre Farms. I did have several skeins out this month. I'm pretty proud of myself for how much I got rid of. I sent one huge box to Phoenix full of stuff. Just like I was just cramming whatever I could. I think I sent her like 8 balls of mandala that were just never going to get used, and then some really nice other stuff from various dyers, and I sent her kids and stuff too, because my oldest goblin picked out a little Valentine's Day treat for her son, which was super cute. Made us both almost cry. So I didn't count total because I lost count of how much I gifted or sold. I did do a destash on Instagram, which you can still see in my highlights. I'm trying. This whole move has made me understand that a lot of my yarn was not accessible to me, and when it became accessible to me again, it was kind of sad how much I had. So a lot of it I will not knit with. A lot of it I need to either donate or find a good home for, or sell it to someone who will use it, because it's not my aesthetic. It's not the right weight. I don't have enough of it. So I also have future plans. That's the next topic I wanted to bring up. So future plans. Excuse me, my itchy allergy season here in North Carolina. Future plans. I'm going to stash bust with the 10 stitch twist blanket. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's a DK base on US 9s. So I think what I'm going to do is a lot of my fingering scraps and a lot of the DK scraps, I'm just going to ball up and I'm going to stick them in a bag together, and I'm just going to mindless knit that. It's a spiral blanket, so it starts in the middle and then it goes out, and then when you finish you just taper the tail into the circle. So it's one that you can make as big or as small as you want, which is great because I think it'll be perfect for using up those extra mini skeins that I have. And I think that I'm going to do my Pineapple Coast Advent from 2022 in there. I think I'm going to use up the rest of the States minis because I have so many. I got a lot of 20 grams, so I have 10 to 12 grams left on those with no end goal for those. So I think I'm going to use them all up in that blanket. Just hold them double and they'll go pretty fast. So let's see what else I got. As you may remember, I got the brown to go with my mint chocolate chip from Rainbow and Sprinkles. I did cast on the provisional cast on for the Twisted Tea shorts. I was having a little bit of problem with the sizing on it. I need to reach out to the designer to see if I can get some more help with that, because I'm just not happy with how it's turning out right now. So that's another future project. Let's see. I started a test knit with Very Warm Stripes, who is Wendy. I love working with her. She's absolutely fantastic. I started on this yesterday. This is her Bad Romance cowl inspired by Lady Gaga. And you can't really see very much because the provisional cast on is kind of big and I don't have very much. So I'm using a mess. I'm using Roca Comfort Sock. It's one color. And then Malabrigo, not Malabrigo. Is that Malabrigo? Yes, Malabrigo. There's sock base on Cereza, which is this beautiful dark red. This is accidentally turned into the main color because I accidentally switched them when I started the chart work. So I'm hoping to get this done within the next couple weeks. That's going to be my primary focus, is the Bad Romance cowl. I'm excited to see how this turns out because I love Wendy's patterns. She is the designer of the paint pan cowl, and I love that pattern. It's such a great pattern. So this one, Bad Romance, is inspired by Lady Gaga's leather studded jackets that she wears. And so it's a motif of studs and zippers and different chart patterns. And it's kind of a choose your own adventure. So it's going to be cool to see what the testers pull out with, and what we all come up with in our own headspace. So I'm looking forward to that. And then my last project that I want to kind of talk about was, it's just another one of those random projects. I was talking to Sammy, Big Knit Energy, and I was talking to Phoenix, who is Crafted by the Fates, one day, and we were talking about holiday yarn and how, you know, FOMO gets you. And so Bumblebee Acres Farms released their St. Patrick's Day and Easter spring collection. I did end up getting two. I will highlight those in the March roundup. I haven't gotten them yet, but what I would really like to do is to take Susan's Claudino's Grim Grinning Ghosts, and I think I want to do one for every holiday. We have a beautiful fireplace in our new home that has a gorgeous dark wood mantle that I'm going to set up as our ancestor altar. And I think I'm going to put these little guys on the altar, one for each holiday. And so I got the 4-leaf clover from Bumblebee Acre Farms, as well as their Lucky Charms. That's what it was called, which is a pastel variegated, which would be perfect for Easter. So that would give me Valentine's Day, Easter. I have a gorgeous self-striping sock from Lollipop Yarns in one of her Halloween colors and one of her Christmas colors. I'm never going to knit socks. I don't think it's in my future. So I'm just going to use those up and hold those double on maybe some smaller needles to get a tighter fabric. But so that's Halloween and Christmas. I need to find something for Thanksgiving, maybe some gold mustards, yellows, browns, reds, maybe some oranges. I have a cool skein of fingering that's it's pink, green with some black speckles. It kind of reminds me of watermelons. I think I'm going to do that for our summer solstice ghosty. That's another one that I'll hold double and hopefully bust that one out. I also have a DK weight skein of yarn from Pineapple Yarns that is she did it as a picnic theme, and it was one of her surprise mystery skeins. And it has a cream base, a light blue, and a red, which is kind of Americana, kind of patriotic. I'm not super into the 4th of July, but I figured it'd be a good one for our 4th of July Day ghosts. And so I'm having fun with this. I'm looking at my stash on Ravelry, looking at it as I'm unpacking it at the new house, and getting just some good ideas. And I'm pulling that yarn aside so I can start figuring out what I want to do for my ghosties. I may actually, just thinking about it now, take the Q feature in Ravelry and create a list of ghosties. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about trying some different safety eye makers. I do love the selection that 6060 had, or 6060. Let me see if I've got something I can show you guys. I ordered all glitter eyes from her. So goodness. There's a gold one. Or no, that's the fire marble. If I get out of the picture. Oh, there we go. All of her eyes are hand painted. They're not mass produced. I feel like her prices are very fair for what you're getting. You see the glitter green. Her blues were absolutely stunning. So I think I'm going to order some more eyes from her once I get a list of what colors I'm going to use for our next holidays. Yarn away. So that's about it for now. witchy stuff, I am working on getting together some house blessings and sage to go through the new house and bless it before we move in. I want to kind of clear it out, especially now that the temperatures are going up. It's been in the 60s to 70s the past few days. We're still getting a lot of rain here, so I did not sign up for Seattle weather living in North Carolina, but it happens. So that's kind of the witchy aspect. Not a lot going on there. Just keeping in tune with the seasons and what's going on. We've got some flowers blooming in our flower bed here at the old house, and Bradford pears are in full bloom, which if you live in North Carolina, you understand that they're not the greatest thing in the world. They're very stinky. So just more keeping in tune with what's going on, keeping in tune with the cycle of the lunar charts and the changing in the seasons. Mama news, it's been a really rough month. One of the goblins brought home norovirus. If you've had it, you know how terrible it is. It's a virus that I would not wish on my worst enemies. It's basically 24 to 48 hours of non-stop gastrointestinal. I'm not going to go into details because it's really gross. But we've been dealing with that. My husband got sick on my birthday, and then I got sick my birthday afternoon. Like, I could literally feel it all afternoon. So it was not pretty. Unfortunately, it was a sucky birthday, but my girlfriends made up for it. We went out to Hef's Burger Club in downtown Winston-Salem. I had an amazing burger. And then we went to Chill Nitro, and we had nitrogen chilled ice cream, which is truly an experience. It's a lot of fun to watch them do the science and to chill the ice cream and take all these liquid ingredients and to turn them into ice cream. It was really neat, and we had a lot of fun. So that definitely made up for the sickness. But baby goblin has continued to have gastro problems, so I've had to take him to the doctor a couple times. We had to do a GI panel only to find out that he still has noro, basically. And he's been home with me off and on for the last 2 weeks. It's just one of those things. It's another one of those things that nobody can prepare you for in the parenting community. You are going to spend a lot of time off taking care of sick kids. And that's just part of it that no one shares. You're going to lose vacation time. You're going to lose, your PTO. You're going to lose your sick days. It's hard and it's rough because you want to be able to focus on yourself too if you get sick, but you can't. So you have to have a decent partner who's willing to take on that load, and you kind of have to plan for it. So that's all we do. But otherwise, things are good. I'm hoping that as we move into March, we can get away from this cough and cold season as things warm up. It has been a very eventful cough and cold season. It started back in like November or October. And I'm over it. And I know I'm not the only parent who's over it. It has just been absolute hell. So I hope everybody out there is doing well. I hope you come back for episode 10. So I've got some other stuff. I'm going to try and do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do one a week, but I definitely know I'm going to do one a month for the monthly roundup. But I have some other stuff that I want to put together, just some short little things. So thanks for stopping by. I hope everybody has a great start to the month of March, and I'll see you on the next one.